Good afternoon, everybody. It's Stephen and Paul back at you for another dose of WinExtra Daily Briefs for September the 17th, a Friday, which means tomorrow is a weekend, so we're not going to punish you too much today. You can notice that Paul is chuckling about something that was going on before the show, so we'll go straight into the headlines while he pulls himself together.
Well, we're not going to tell everybody that you just said 1, 2, 3, hit the record button, and you hung up on me.
I didn't hang up. I hit the record button. Give me a break. Jeez.
I'm sitting here staring at the camera going, where'd he go?
There you go. What happened? Yeah, we certainly do seem to have our share of technical problems on getting this thing
don't get me started about it this week. I mean, besides extra problems and server problems and ping problems.
Yes, and stupid people problems. Anyway, the big news, the big news obviously is Microsoft is saying that Windows Phone 7 will be GSM only until 2011, which has got everybody in the tech blogosphere in an uproar. They're going on. They're gonna fail. It's gonna burn. It's gonna crash and burn.
See, this is one of the advantages of not being an American and not thinking about the entire universe as being U.S. centric. GSM, which Windows Phone 7 is due to launch on. Now remember, they're launching 8 million of these things with AT&T. So it's not like they're not going to have a US presence. It could also be on T-Mobile. But GSM is the worldwide standard. CDMA is used in very few places. The most place that it's used is here in North America.
I know up here in Canada, Bell, TELUS, and Rogers had to build a whole new network just to handle the iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. But Microsoft are thinking big here, okay? They have the opportunity to come out and launch and hit, say, 3 distinct markets, okay? They have the Asian market, the European market, and they have the American market. What is the smaller market?
Yeah.
It's the American market.
Yes.
So, you know what? Let's roll our phones out first and, get them out there to the rest of the world where the iPhone isn't dominating. Then let's focus on CDMA and come in and not make the same problems as Apple has with regards to phones that, have brilliant software, but you can't make a bloody phone call on them.
See, the interesting thing that sort of was a clue to this was the word that while everybody's going on how New York is going to be the public outing of the Windows Phone 7 for the market, we all know that they are doing a pre-announcement in England and France.
Pre-announcement in England and France, yeah. So they're paying an awful lot of attention over there. That's 2 European events.
Yeah. So the way I look at it is I totally get why they're going just GSM. You're going to go after the European market. You're going to go after where your competition right out of the gate isn't going to be that hard. Your comparisons aren't going to be the same.
No. They're coming into a market that is not saturated by the iPhone.
Exactly.
Where the big players you're talking are going to be Nokia, they're going to be Symbian, it's going to be RIM.
Yeah.
Coming into the U.S. market, yes, the U.S. world is focused on that market, but you know what? It is not the end-all and be-all of anything. And when you're a corporation looking to make your play to get into this market on a worldwide level, the U.S. market, I'm sorry, it's not the big market that you need.
It's not really. When you consider Nokia is 42% of the worldwide market. Okay, they don't have a U.S. presence, but that hasn't stopped them from being number one.
No, exactly. And if you consider it as well, Microsoft are already selling a lot of phones still in the U.S. market. Last month, they apparently shipped 7 or 8 million units of Windows Mobile.
Yeah.
This is the Windows Mobile that's going out the door now because it's been replaced with Windows Phone 7.
Yeah.
They're still shipping 7 or 8 million units of that. So you know what? They're in good shape. They'll do well enough in the US market, and they'll perfect things elsewhere. But you know what? Another area that Microsoft are getting hassled for, something that I ranted about yesterday, it got me more than peeved, and it's something that we'll get into big time on tomorrow's podcast because we have an hour and a half to discuss it. or an hour to discuss it. We tend to run an hour and a half. Is that Internet Explorer 9 will never be coming to Windows XP. And you know what? Well, shouldn't. By the time Microsoft is doing some of the things we've always said they did, they should do. Cut back on legacy, and allow the entire tech world to move forward without legacy bloat.
Yeah, exactly. It was to me, that was one. I know people are going to disagree with me. You won't, obviously, but it was a smart move. It's the same thing that they're doing with Windows 7, and I swear they're going to do with Windows 8. They're cutting out the old code, and it's time that they did it.
You know what? For anybody who really wants to argue this with us, instead of leaving a comment about it on today's post, after you see today's, wait until you listen to tomorrow's podcast. We're going to go into this big time. And I have already 5 distinct reasons why. First off, there's no upgrade path between XP to Windows 7. And secondly, why IE9 does not belong on XP.
Yeah.
After that, argue with me.
Yeah. Next up... you got to admit, this has actually been a really good month, good year for Microsoft, and the news about Halo Reach just must be popping champagne corks all over the place.
Yeah,
like 200 million in the first day. That's nice. That's really.
It's a new
nice.
cash cow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's a good thing that they kept the Halo brand. Instead of leaving it to go with Bungie, who's...
Yeah, the Halo franchise is in-house now. It belongs to Microsoft, even though Bungie are gone. And Microsoft has set up a whole new division just for dealing with Halo and bringing it forward into the future. And I don't know if we mentioned this on the show or not, but Microsoft has actually outlaid plans and stated how they want Halo to go on in the future, like 30 years out, like Star Wars, to still be relevant and still be around. Yeah. And they have a whole team dedicated to figuring out how to keep this relevant and new the whole way through. So, 200 million on the first day. Well, that justifies everything.
Oh yeah, it sure does. And it's. I think it's going to be a good lead into. Like, I was up at the mall yesterday, getting our medication, and I counted at least 3 or 4 people coming out with the Halo boxes.
Yeah,
I mean, not just like they were buying the whole Halo,
the whole kit, like the $349 kit with the
and of course they were all like little kids in a candy store. They're going,
you know what? If I had $349, I'd be out buying it too.
Yeah.
But you know what? Very quickly before we get on to the final story, something I do want to mention with regards to Xbox Live. I haven't seen it mentioned very many places, but my wife surprised me with it last night. Log into your Xbox Live right now. You should find that you're able to purchase a year's worth of Xbox Live for only $29.99 this week. My wife surprised me. Sarah surprised me with it last night. Now it's $50 otherwise here in the US, and we all know the prices are going up in November. But right now, an entire year's subscription for $29.99. That's the gold membership on Xbox Live.
That's not fair.
I know, I'm sorry. You. So very quickly,
anyway,
before you cry in your beer, or cry for lack of beer,
well,
do you want to tell the other good news that Microsoft has today?
Not counting the alliance with Yahoo, Bing has taken the number 2 spot in U.S. for search. That's bad.
That's not bad. Okay, so we all know that Bing is powering Yahoo search right now. So all those search results are technically Bing. But this is not counting those search results. So right now you have 1 Google, 2 Bing, 3 Yahoo.
Yep.
But of course, the other way to look at it is that it's 1 Google, 2 Bing/Yahoo, because it's all the one search engine.
They're saying they're saying that when you combine the two, it's around 28% of the market.
And you know what? That's good news. Yeah. That's great news for Microsoft. And a lot of people out there are going to detract from that, and they're going to say, well, it's only 28% of the market. You know what? I would love to have 1%, 0.01% of the search market belonging to me, because I would be mega rich.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But that's today's headlines, folks. Quick and dirty, just the way we like to keep it. But definitely stay tuned tomorrow for tomorrow's podcast where Paul will regale us with a well-verbalized rant.
No, it's going to be rant. It's not going to be well-verbalized, but I'll rant.
Until then, folks, this is Stephen Paul from WinExtra with your Microsoft headlines for September 17th. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Take it easy, folks.
Hey everybody, it's Stephen from WinExtra back at you for a quick moment. We want to announce that we're going to be running a contest thanks to the good folks at Iolo Technologies. They're going to be providing 5 free licenses for their search and recover software, which will let you rescue those accidentally deleted files, photos, MP3s, and all the other good stuff. We did run a review of the program back on August the 28th. Check it out. The rules are pretty simple. You need to follow WinExtra at Facebook, or friend us, like us, whatever the terminology is these days. And as well, you will need to follow Iolo Tech on Twitter. Those are the simple rules. The contest will run until this Friday. And at that point, Paul and I will pull the eligible names together, randomly pick the top 5, and notify you that you are a winner. So don't forget, folks, follow us on Facebook and follow Iolo Technologies on Twitter. Later.